What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here, and I'm going to be doing kind of a what sold video. Well, it's definitely a what sold video. This is going to be, I believe, 10 items on Amazon and about 5 items on eBay. And we're going to pop them up here on the screen for you guys, where we might just overlay myself in them. Now, I haven't put out a video in a little while, and I have a great video coming either tomorrow or later in the week. I did a bunch of local buys, and a quick preview of that, I purchased a whole bunch of Legos, and you guys will see everything in the video that's coming. You'll see how much I paid for it, what everything's gonna go for. I had to inventory them all, count all the pieces because they are not new. It was a project, and I bought way more than that. The video is going to be great. That is coming later, but for now, something to hold you over and something for me to get out are, I believe, about 15 things that I sold over on Amazon and eBay, with a little story behind all of them, how I got them, how, hopefully it'll potentially help you be able to find these kind of items. And the first item we're going to talk about is a Lego set. So this Lego set is Lego Bricks and More, and if I glance over, it's because I'm looking at my computer screen to read everything. It's Lego Bricks and More. It was just kind of a wheel Lego set, and I actually showed this off in either my previous YouTube video or one just 2 before this, so you could easily go and find it. I purchased a whole bunch of different Lego sets from a lady. I initially went to her house to buy a bunch of loose Legos, and it turned into me buying a few new in-box Legos that she was going to sell for a few bucks. I believe I paid 10 bucks for about 5 or 6 different small boxes of Legos that were discontinued, and this was one of them. This sold for $130, guys. Insane. It had a pretty high rank. I didn't think it was going to sell right away, but it sold within 2 or 3 days of it hitting Amazon's warehouse, so it sold pretty darn fast. Definitely a great find. The next item we have here is a pair of Turtle Beach Ear Force X12s. Now, I picked up these headphones during a thrifting trip I did with Greg Brunel, the valet picker. He has a YouTube channel. He posts, he does a lot of clothing on eBay, but he also does some hard goods here and there, and he puts out good content over on his channel if you want to check him out, the valet picker. And we went to a pawn shop, and I saw these sitting on a shelf. They wanted, I think it was $12.50 for them, and I didn't know if I wanted to spend it. They were sitting in a box. The box looked really damaged. I kind of walked past them. Well, on that same shelf, I found a Funko Pop that they were only asking like $6 for. Well, when I went to go pay, I bought a few video games at this pawn shop and stuff. When I went to go pay for the Funko Pop, they told me, "Oh, you got that on the 50% off shelf?" I said, "Yeah, I guess." And so it was 50% off. Well, then I went back, I saw these headphones, I said, you know what? They're 50% off. I'm just going to take a chance on them. I got them home, tested them. They worked perfectly, and they sold within a couple days of hitting the warehouse for $44.99. Always keep an eye out for Turtle Beach headphones. It's a gaming headphone. They're actually, I own a pair of them. I bought a whole bunch of them at a Goodwill. They get Target overstock, and they had a whole bunch of them. I sold all of them on Amazon besides one pair, and I love them. Phenomenal sound quality, and they're worth good money. And this is one of the mid-range ones. They go for a lot more money than this a lot of times, so keep an eye out for Turtle Beach. The next item we have here is Pavilion Games Chess Teacher Set in Tin. Now, I got this chess teaching set at a local pickup. I initially went, and I believe I have this on video also on my channel, I went to a lady's house to go buy a Rock Band set. She only wanted like $30 or something for it. It was a good deal. It came with 2 guitars, the drums, the game, all that good stuff. So I initially went for that. When I got there, I noticed her garage had a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. So I asked to look around. Come to find out, she buys from, or she does like house clear outs, and all the good stuff she keeps and sells at her house, kind of in an ongoing tag sale, right? And this was one of the items. I believe I paid $3 to $5 for it, and it sold for $79.95. Really good deal. If I didn't step forward and ask if I could take a look at everything else, if I just got my game and left, then I would have never found this. I've actually sold a bunch of things from that garage. Another huge item that I sold, if you don't follow the channel, is a $400, was it 400 or was it 300? Somewhere around there. Still a lot of money. 300 to 400, I think it was 400, CD set of Aretha Franklin. And I paid her $100 for it. She kind of knew what it was worth. She wanted $200. I went and I looked online, and I checked eBay so you could see exactly how many are actually selling. I didn't see any selling. She said they sell for $400. I'm like, well, that's what they're listed for. I'll give you $100 cash, and I was taking a gamble because I didn't really know. I told her I'd give her $100 cash, and away I went, right? And it was used. It wasn't even a brand new CD. It was used. And I listed it, and it sold within, I don't know, a week or less. It sold for $300 to $400, and that was from that same sale. So this is just another item from that sale. And guys, local deals are kind of my bread and butter right now. I'm always finding things like these Legos that are going to be in a video later this week. Always finding things locally. It is one of my favorite ways to source. Come on. What's going on with the focus? That was really weird. Why was I out of focus? Another item is also from a local pickup. A lady was selling a whole bunch of Funko Pops. She was a few towns over from me, but she worked in the town that I live in. So that was perfect for me. I told her I would buy them all. She wanted $5 a piece for them. They were her kids, and they don't play with them, right? They bought them and put them on a shelf like what many people with Funko Pops do, which is perfect for me because that means they were all new. And she even had found a few extras when I went to go pick them up. Well, this happened to be one of those extras, and this is a exclusive Supernatural Dean Pop, and this sold for $89.97. It's almost $90. I paid $5 for it. She showed up with this one, Weeping Angel, which already sold. I don't know if it's in this video, but I already sold it for like $30 to $40, and then all the ones I was originally going to get. And this one was a great bonus. The other one was also great money. The majority of the ones that I was actually going to buy from her sold between $20 and $60, $70. You'll see one of them next. But, you know, it wouldn't hurt to ask for more. I asked her if she had any video games since she has kids. She said she'd get back to me. She never did. Now it's probably time for me to reach out because it has been a couple weeks. So that's always a way to do it. Always ask for more things. And here is the other item, actually. This is the other Funko Pop that sold for a pretty decent amount. I already knew, and I'm going out of focus again, come on. I already knew that this one was included in the lot. I can't believe this one's worth so much now, $57. I sold it for $56.97. It is a Funko Pop Bob's Burgers Louise action figure, and I had this Funko Pop in my wish list on Amazon. I put it there, what, a year or two ago, because I thought it was kind of funny. I was watching Bob's Burgers a lot at the time, but I never really got into Funko Pop, so I never bought it. But it was $10, $11 at the time, and now they're going for almost $60. If only I had known, I would have scooped up every single one and just held them, right? You can make a lot of money if you do that, but it's very risky because there are a lot of Funko Pops that do not go up in value, and there's a lot that go down in value. So it's risky. It's kind of like buying Legos, except Legos is a little safer. Not super safe. Quick tangent here. I bought a Lego set. It's up there. You probably can't see it. It's the Yellow Submarine Beetles set. It was the first one of this kind of thing that Lego was putting on, where people can create their own ideas, and this was one of them. So I bought it. I paid $100 for it, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna wait a couple months, it's gonna go up, I'll sell it for $300, $400, $500, right? Well, it has been about 3 years, I believe, maybe 2-3 years, and the price has never gone up. Maybe it's gone up about 20 bucks. So maybe other people have the same idea as me, I don't know. It's still sitting, and I'm gonna probably hold on to it for another 3 to 5 years, but it's brand new, so that's cool. I'm glad I didn't buy 20 of them and throw down $2,000 or, you know, a whole bunch of money on them. So it is what it is. You never know what the market's gonna do. The next item is another item from that sale where I explained how I found that chest tin and that CD that sold for a lot. This was another CD. This one I only paid $1 for, and this is the Complete RCA Albums by Paul Desmond. And this one sold for $33.98, so almost $34, guys. I sell lots of CDs on Amazon. I sell records on Amazon. I sell cassette tapes on Amazon, guys. Music sells well. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people can't sell CDs and music and popular music, things like that on Amazon. I also sell a lot of this over on eBay, as well as DVDs and laser discs and a whole bunch of media. The stuff still sells well. Blu-rays, 4K movies, whatever it is. If you can't sell on Amazon, always check eBay. Usually it's going to go for a little bit less, but you could still sell these things over on eBay. No doubt about it. And the next item, this one I was super stoked to find at a thrift store. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, somewhere between $5 and $10. And this is the Pokemon Master Trainer 1999 edition. Sold it for $114.90. And guys, almost all of these sales are within a week, week and a half or so. So this is not every single thing I sell on Amazon, guys. I do most of my business on Amazon, and I get so many comments of people asking me down below in the comment section, where I'd love for you guys to leave me comments. I get so many people asking me to go over my Amazon stuff because I've been going over eBay so much lately. I've just been focusing on eBay on my channel lately, but because Amazon's kind of boring. I just put things in a box, I ship it off to the warehouse, and it sells. But I do find amazing things all the time, and this is one of the items. It sold for $114.90. I think I originally listed it for $200, and I've slowly been bringing the price down just to get it to sell. I know it can easily sell for $150, but I had it in the warehouse, in Amazon's warehouse, for a couple months actually, and it just wasn't selling. Mine was complete, but the box was in kind of rough shape. So that could be why. Still, $115, super happy about it. I had to count all the pieces, and I kind of wanted to keep the game for myself because I remember playing this as a kid and I love this game. But money's money, and I like money more. The next item we have here is another item I picked up with Greg, the valet picker, during our trip when we went to the pawn shop. We also went to a bunch of thrift stores, and I found this item brand new sealed. It is a Hasbro electronic catchphrase game, and these still go for good money, honestly. I figured, you know, brand new sealed, this game, it's still pretty popular. Maybe it sells at Walmart for $15, $20. No, I guess not, because it sells for $40 over on Amazon. I sold it for $39.44. I am extremely surprised that it still sells for that much. Hey, I'll take 40 bucks whichever way, but I think I paid $3.95 for this, so definitely a great find, great sale, and I'll take those all the time. Alright, the next item is something that should have sold for a lot more, but the price just kept coming down. This is a Sony RDR GX355 tunerless DVD recorder. Long name there. I figured Sony DVD recorder, it's gotta be worth some money. Guess not, because it only sold for $64.86. Now, that sounds great, that doesn't sound bad, but I think I originally had paid about $10 to $15 for this thing, and at the time on Amazon it was going for about $150. Once I tested it, bought the remote on eBay, which I also did, so now I'm in the whole $10-15. I bought the remote for about $10, now I'm in the whole about $20-25. Once I get all that done, ship it into Amazon, which probably only cost me a couple bucks because I probably included it with a whole bunch of things in a shipment. So let's just add another $3 on there. After fees at that $64 range, Amazon takes out a good amount of fees because it's such a big item. I probably only made about 20 bucks on this thing. So not a great score, especially because of how much bubble wrap I had to use to keep this thing safe, how long it sat in the warehouses. Definitely not a great buy. Still, I doubled my money, almost, sort of, so I guess that's all right, but originally it was going for so much more, but by the time, like I said, I tested it, which takes time, got the remote shipped to my house, takes time, tested the remote with the unit, then bubble wrapped it and shipped it off. That took, you know, a couple weeks to get all of that done. Something happened to the listing, I guess, and people just started undercutting, and it got down to a price where I was slowly lowering the price, you know, $150, $120, $99, $89, $79, and something as big as this, Amazon will charge storage fees on this, and if it sits for 6 months to a year, you could start getting these fees that really start to lower how much money you're going to get for it. So it's better to just take your money and run, and this is one of those times I just had to take my money and run. And the last item I'm showing you guys on Amazon is this H2O Go inflatable pool. I picked up a whole bunch of these at a Goodwill. They were $1 each, and I finally sold my last one. It took a long time because people undercut it. This was a Target clearance item. Goodwill's got flooded with them. I sent all of mine into Amazon, and I was selling a few of them around this $30 to $40 range last year. And like I said, I only paid $1, so I didn't mind letting them sit for a while. I think I had about 15 to 20 of them, and then all of a sudden the price starts coming down, right? I sold this one for $30.93, but the price got all the way down to like $15 or so. After fees, you're not making a lot of money, so only a couple bucks, honestly, because the fees are a lot. It's a big pool in a big box. And I just waited. Everybody sold out. I got my $31, so I'm happy. Moving on over to eBay, you can see I sold this Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. This is a big box PC game, and this guy sold for $49.95, so $50 for a PC game. It's an old game. It's brand new sealed, so that definitely helped. But it still has the old store sticker on it, as you guys can see. It's not a mint condition box, but $50, heck yeah, I did not pay that much for this thing, so very happy about that. Next, we have this Stop and Shop hat. Stop and Shop is a supermarket chain in New England. I know it's in Connecticut, I think Massachusetts, New York. It's mostly New England, I'm pretty sure. And this hat I picked up at a tag sale, yard sale, garage sale. We call them tag sales in Connecticut. And I picked this up along with about 6 others, and I just threw them up for 20 bucks each. I paid $1 a piece on them, and 20 bucks, free shipping, not bad. They ship first class, super cheap to ship. This is actually the only one that had a stain on it. All of the other variations are mint condition, but this is the one that sold. This is the one that somebody wanted. Like I said, I probably still have 5 or 6 more in my eBay store that are in mint condition, and this was the only one with a stain, but this is the one that sold. So you never know, somebody just liked this variation, the green color. I have some that say Super Stop and Shop, some in black, some in red, some in brown. So hey, I'm happy with it. 20 bucks is 20 bucks. The next item we have here is a Game Boy Advance SP, and this sold within minutes of me listing it. I probably priced it too low, but I did list it right at what all the other ones were listed at. Probably now I know, I probably should have listed it for $10, $15 more and just gave it a couple days, but it sold within minutes. It is a Game Boy SP Model 101. That is the more sought after model, and I had an aftermarket charger with it. This sold for $79.95. I bought these chargers in bulk on eBay for just a couple bucks each. They just plug in via USB, so you could plug them into any charging brick, a computer, or anything, right? So I included it, and I priced it at 80 bucks, and it sold. So hey, I'm happy with it. I probably should have priced it a little bit higher, but I find them semi-regularly, so next time I find one, I'll throw it up for like 90 bucks, and I'll be happy with that. Alright guys, just 2 more items, and this item is a Build-A-Bear, and this was also at that house where I went to buy the loose Legos, and the very first item I showed you sold for $130. This was another thing I purchased. I purchased a huge bulk lot of Build-A-Bear stuff. I got a whole bunch of animals, and you can see some of them up here. There's a couple red pandas up there and a SpongeBob SquarePants house. Got a whole bunch more things that I have to get listed. It takes a lot of time to list all this stuff, so I pick and choose things on certain days that I feel like listing, and this was one of the things I took a picture of, and it sold for $17.99, free shipping. It just recently sold. I shipped it out today. It cost me just over $5 to ship because it was going all the way to California. Granted, it was first class, which is nice, but obviously it went first class mail, which is cheap, you know, very cheap. I think I just said that. Did I just repeat myself? I'm a little tired. But still, $17.99, not bad. I paid $50 for a huge bundle lot. I have probably 30 different Build-A-Bears. This one just had some value. It has those cool unique eyes, the bigger eyes, so maybe that's what gave it its value. I have no idea. And the last item, I did tell you guys I sell DVDs over on eBay, and you know what? Sometimes they're not worth it. This bundle right here, none of these were worth it to sell on their own. I'd make about 50 cents a piece on them. Well, look at that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I sold them in a lot for $20, and they did take a little while to sell, but with Halloween that came up, somebody probably bought these because they want some scary movies to watch, and they were able to watch them. It's after Halloween now. They probably got them right around Halloween Day or later. They might have not even got them because I shipped them via media mail. They ordered it maybe a day or two before Halloween. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm happy that I sold them. You know, at 20 bucks, these were selling for about $5 or so a piece over on eBay. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'd be $30 if somebody wanted to buy them all each. And there's a lot of people selling them solo like that. Well, those people only making about 50 cents or so on them after shipping and item packing material and all that. And so I just threw them up like this, and I ended up making a little bit more after fees, so I am very happy about that. And I paid next to nothing for these. These came in a huge bundle. I mean, maybe I have a quarter into them, if that. So that's everything that well, that's not everything I sold, but that's a lot of things I sold. That's 15 items. Hopefully you guys keep an eye out for some of these items. Just keep your mind open about some of these ideas on how to find these items. Always check locally, right? I do so many local finds nowadays. Thrift stores have been almost completely dead for me lately. They just haven't been great up here. Prices are going through the roof, and there's a lot of resellers, right? So you really gotta start learning different niches and branching out, right? Don't just focus on one item. Get really good at one item and then just move on to the next, right? Start learning and always watching YouTube videos. That's how I learned. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.